Hey everyone, Erica with a K here. I have a bunch of easy tutorials today. We're just going to be upcycling our clothes, or as I like to say, manipulating fabric. So now this was the inspiration, and then this was the outcome of this dress that I have here. So how we started out was I laid the dress down flat and I made sure that everything was together. And this one was easy because the dress had almost like lines in it that I can follow and make sure that everything was straight. Otherwise I would have had to have pinned it. But I just went down and just cut one of the sides completely from the underarm all the way down to the bottom, and then I did the same thing on the other side. This was not a sew. I was originally thinking I was going to sew this, like sew the seam together at the end, not the seam, like the unfinished hem, but the hem looked totally fine, and so I just kind of went with it, and I feel like it really looks inspired by that inspo picture that I showed. Just from cutting one side, this is what I'm left with, and I'm going to hold this fabric for another project. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet. Maybe a scarf like I'm showing here, but maybe something completely different. I'm just not sure. But as you can see, this hem looks great. And then I noticed inside that there was a little part that needed to be cut, or like, what is it when you go in with that tool and you like pick apart the hem? What is that called? I can't think of it. If you know what I'm talking about, you could write it down below so other people know what I'm saying. But I realized that the scissors I was using was just too big. They are fabric scissors, but they were just too big for this. So I went in and I got my smaller ones, and I just started cutting the threads out so that this little part, this was on like the inner part of the inside of the armpit. Yeah, so I just cut that off with a scissor, and this was probably the most time consuming part. And I did not have to do it on the other side, which I was pretty happy about. But again, I left the hem unstitched and I had no issue with it whatsoever. I super extra sped up this part and it's still taking me forever. So think about how slow this would have been if I didn't speed it up like literally 100%. Okay, I think we're nearing the end of getting this off. What is it, a hem ripper? No. What is it called? All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're going to move on. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same exact thing to the other side. So what I do is I take the dress and I just turn it the exact opposite way on the table, because the table I'm working with, I could only work from one end. I'm trying to fill up some space and I'm still cutting this. This is redonk. Okay, finally time to flip it over. Thanks for sticking that out with me. And then I'm actually going to move the camera angle. I thought that you'd get a better view, but I'm not really sure. I feel like it's like the same kind of view. But so I'm basically just cutting from the bottom of the armpit all the way down to the end. And like I know on a lot of my tutorials, people are like, I'd have to have the same exact thing to get this result. Yes, you would. So I think just kind of take inspiration to just kind of look at the clothes that you have, the things that you don't love, and just have fun with them. I think that's kind of more the point, especially because I'm not an expert and I'm not even sewing anything. So it's not even like this is a tutorial of any kind. I'm just showing you things that you can do with your clothes. I highly recommend going on Pinterest and just finding things that inspire you, things that you might want to buy, and then just seeing what you have in your wardrobe that just doesn't work for you current day, and just having fun with it. Sewing, cutting, anything you want to do. Just enjoy it. So that's that. I feel like that's kind of more the point of my manipulating fabric series, because like I said, they're not tutorials because you'd have to have the same exact articles of clothing. Anyway, we're almost done with this side too, and I didn't have to remove any more of that stitching from the armpit because I cut it the right way this time. So then I'm just going to show you how I wore this. So I wear it one way, which I thought looked so cute. And then the day that I actually wore it out, which was like 2 days after I altered this, I wore it a different way because it was very cold out. And so it's kind of cool because it's like a fall look, but it's like very early fall to late fall because how versatile it is. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then if you stay tuned, I have another quick little upcycle that I did no sew as well. That's going to come at the end of this video. So definitely stay tuned. I literally never throw out the extra fabric because I just don't know what I'm going to want to do with it in the future. And you never know when it comes in handy for either like a Halloween costume or anything like that. So at this point, I'm checking to see if I need to remove any of the seams, and I don't. So we're happy about that. And then this is an overview of what it looks like. You can see that everything is just straight down right from the top of the shoulder. So I just cut those armpit areas. And then this is me putting it on with outfit number 1, which I thought looked so cute. These are brown dress pants, and then I have on a tan shirt underneath. And then I just put a belt on with it with a pair of high heels, and I absolutely love the way it looked. This is how I originally intended to wear this, but it wound up being very cold out. I was talking to my husband here, and he was saying that the belt should be higher, and then when I put it higher, he's like, no, it should be lower where you had it. So that's kind of what's going on there. I am a flatty because I got a double mastectomy because I was high risk for breast cancer. So that's why I don't have any boobs in this. And I have to say, not having a chest makes it very easy to alter clothes for yourself. Way more easy than when I had 32 double F boobs. Okay, I'm going to take the camera inside so you can get a better view of the overall look. Don't mind my room. It's a disaster. I never make the bed. But this is what it looks like with the first option. And this was, you know, open arms. Just really cute with a shirt underneath, some dress pants, high heels. And then in a second, I'm going to show you the way that I actually wore it out. I feel like it looks very high fashion and in no way does it look like an old dress. And I also didn't mess with the length at all. I think I could have, but I think just keeping this as simple as possible was best. And then this is how I actually wore it out. I have on a long sleeve turtleneck and a pair of, they're almost like fake leather leggings that are not, the other ones were like wide leg. These are not, these are more fitted. And I just really like the way it looks. And then I'm going to get you guys from another angle of not in the mirror so you can see what it looks like. And I wore the same belt and just a pair of booties, and I was going into the city with this, and I felt very high fashion. I felt very cute, and I think wearing it either way would be totally fun and acceptable. And I accessorized with some gold jewelry. Okay, this is going to be the next upcycle. So these shirts, I got a bunch of them for like $4 on Amazon. I thought they were going to be so cute because, like I said, I'm a flatty. I had a prophylactic bilateral mastectomy because I was high risk for breast cancer. So I decreased my chance of getting breast cancer by 90%. So I decided to detach the top from the bottom, and then now I'm left with a tube top, which I can do whatever I want with. I don't have to just wear it as a tube top. And I also have these like the arm things. I don't know what they're called, like shawls maybe, but they're so expensive. If you guys have been like looking for them, they're so expensive. So I just got to double my wardrobe. And again, like I said, I bought it at Amazon for like $4. So yeah, so now I'm going to show you how I actually went ahead and altered this. Again, this is not a sewing thing. This is just straight up detaching something from the other part. So these are the colors that I have. And I'm going to start with the pink one, and there's a spot, if again, you have these exact ones, this is what you would do. But again, I hope my videos just serve to be inspiring to know that you can just alter your clothes however you want. So the first thing I did was detach this back part. It was just one thread that was holding it together in the back. And so we cut that off. Be careful because you don't want to cut either articles of clothing because you're saving both. Then I turned the article of clothing inside out, and I cut along the hem. So you can kind of see there that there's two different materials. There's the tube top part, and then there's also the upper part, which is what I'm going to use as like a shawl kind of thing. So you want to get as close to that connection as you can, as close to that line as you can, and just cut it. This is kind of messy. It was a lot of fabric like all over the place, but I think it was worth it. Besides that, like it's totally fine. And like I said, I left all the edges raw, so I didn't hem anything. I don't even know how you would hem a material like this. And maybe in the future, I'll do something with those tube tops because I feel like being a flatty, they aren't like, it's not the best look. But like if you have boobs, it'll look really cute. But I also can do other things with it. I just feel like even just having those top pieces is just really cute. Okay, I'm going to speed this up so that I don't bore you guys to tears. When you have the top part detached, if you happen to buy these from Amazon and have them, you're going to see that the front and the back have this part that you're going to want to cut. So that part where it attached to the tube top and the back has to be cut across so that it's not super long in the front with a weird, dip in it, and it's not super long in the back. So I'm just going to literally take my fabric scissors and cut right across from right underneath the armpit. And that's literally the whole DIY. That's the whole thing. I also do it on film with the purple and the white one. So if you guys want to watch that, you can. I'm going to have it in the video if you guys just like to watch stuff like that. I know that my filming isn't the best. And again, for the 19th time in this video, it's not a tutorial. We're just having fun here. And I did keep all these scraps because I have something in mind for them. Even the littlest scraps, I kept them because I do have something in mind for them that I think will be fun. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the purple shirt. And again, it's the same exact thing. We're just going to detach that first one by cutting it, and then we're going to just detach the top from the bottom and leave us with the tube top and everything like that. And we're going to cut it inside out so we can follow along. Let's speed this up even more. Instinctively, I want to put music in for this part because there's nothing more to say unless I keep repeating myself, but then I'll get demonetized. Even when it's free music, I still somehow get demonetized. So I'm going to leave you guys with some nature sounds because nature sounds that I recorded myself, so I can't get demonetized. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, hey, it's me. I'm back, and this is the mess that it made. You can see all the pieces everywhere, but these are the pieces that I'm left with. So again, this was the before of what it looked like, and it just was really ill-fitting. The top part was just too long, especially because I don't have a chest. It just felt weird. I would never wear this out. Like I just couldn't really understand how it worked. And then this is the end result. So obviously I had one in green too. And so now I have a tube top, and completely separate, I also have this cute little arm shawl thing, which would be great for working out or doing whatever I feel like doing in it. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I'm also wearing a padded bra here. Okay, love you guys. Bye.